Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 57. Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go. 57 to Mike.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Switch. Hey. Roy. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Prescott on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. first and 10. King. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. King. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check out.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go. Mike's 56.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
55.
Prescott now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Under. Stay at home. Stay at home. Here we go. 46. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Chubb running right. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Howard on 2nd down. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. King now, throwing on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. We go 46. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. You must be dreaming. Gun. Get him. You got it. 57 to Mike.
Here's Prescott. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
47.
At the 37-yard line.
Go. Get out there. 57. Come on. Nice 57. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide in.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott taking a shot for... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Man, I got you. 47. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Mike 51.
We're going to 54. No.
To throw is Prescott. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
56. Record. Check 31.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First down.
Come on, set. Hey, together. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
46-yard line.
To throw is King. To throw on 2nd down. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. King, a final shot before break. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Ready? Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Spiller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. That's 56. I'm here all day. I'm here.
On the carry, it's Chubb. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Switch! Then we're going to 53. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On second down, Prescott again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing on first down. King. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
From the gun, King. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. King. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
47. 57. Mike, 57. Check that.
Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 51, Mike. Go. Get out there. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
51 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Switch, hey. Mike 51, Mike.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Prescott to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Now watch one. Hey, kill. Check Mike. 47. 57's Mike. Mike 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
56.
King now, throwing again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is King, operating from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Mike 56.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here's King on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. King throwing on 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 36, Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready. 51. Hey, defense, let's go.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On first down, King. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, King. And an alley to run. Rolling to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run with Spiller, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike spot 4.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Spiller looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
56, right there, 56. Son got man.
He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. King now. Throwing on 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Double dog, that's the way.
Now a first throw here in overtime. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Come on.
Chubb. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They run it again with Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here's King, operating from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Go, get out there, get out there. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why? I'm going 47. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, if he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory. Instead, incomplete. The two straight incompletions, and now you got a situation. You're down 3, so obviously you have 2 more downs to pick up the first. Back to the air on third, I assume.
I would assume, but you also have to think to yourself, they got to pick up a first, right? They know they're down 3. They have to match, otherwise this game is over. Maybe they approach it as 2 downs to pick up the first down. If you decide to run a draw or some type of a screen, something to try and pick up.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off at the 40. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Johnson, the intended target. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Cincinnati, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.